If you don't want people to know your business, then you just don't speak on it. Now, you're not going to make me look like a damn fool. I don't care who you are. I don't care how big of a star you are. You're not about to make me like a fool.
My stylist, Hollywood, he was gay. Okay, that's his life. That's not mine.
Also new today, Jane Doe's attorney releasing an audio clip alleging it shows Sharpe threatening the plaintiff.
I'm not going to hang up on you. Here's what it is.
The plaintiff says, "Don't manipulate me." Then Sharpe allegedly responds,
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the out of you with us.
That's how fast Shannon Sharpe's stony-carved brand began to crack. For 3 decades, the Hall of Fame tight end bulldozed doubters from tiny Savannah State to 3 Super Bowl rings, from sparring with Skip Bayless to sparking viral sound bites on First Take. Sponsors lined up because Sharpe delivered exactly what America loves: blunt confidence, larger weather life swagger, and a daily reminder that he'd outrun poverty at 4 a.m. There are workouts to reach sports media royalty. But on September 11, 2024, a lady night Instagram Live shoved a microphone into his most private moment, blasting unfiltered bedroom audio to 3.2 million followers. By dawn, memes replaced highlights. Number IGG trended worldwide. Sharpe first blamed hackers, then, cheeks crimson, admitted the mistake was all his. Executives convened emergency Zooms, rival commentators mocked the play-by-play, and suddenly the man with iron hands found himself fumbling the one ball that matters in media: reputation. Rewind to the winter of 2023. Crypto ads still dotted the Lakers' scoreboard, and every home game featured the same scene: Shannon Sharpe, neon Hubert Louis Vuitton trench draped across his shoulders, laughing next to Russell Hollywood Simpson. Hollywood wasn't just any companion, he was a celebrity stylist whose client list included pop divas and NFL veterans. He'd once hinted at romance with defensive back Kerry Rhodes, so when the cameras caught him whispering courtside to Sharpe hand on knee, wrist iced out with matching bracelets, the gossip blogs fired off headlines faster than Stephen A. Smith calls blasphemy. Quick-a-cut TikToks labeled them the dynamic wardrobe duo, looping every high 1-5, every champagne toast, every red carpet strut. Was this pure professional sparkle? Or proof a straight-talking football legend lived a different reality behind velvet ropes? The speculation spread because optics matter more than press releases. And these optics? They were high-U definition, front-row, slow we-motion gold. Sharpe, who built an on-air persona around steel-muscled masculinity, watched the chatter balloon. Fans replayed clips of him praising Hollywood on Snapchat. "Out of 8 billion people, I got number 1!" Then spliced them beside rumors that Sharpe's private circle might be more rainbow than his public image allowed. Every screenshot carried a wink that algorithms loved. Even supportive tweets inadvertently amplified the story, because each retweet became another share beneath that courtside gif. Online, absence doesn't kill rumors, silence fertilizes them. So Sharpe swung the axe. Late in 2023, he rehired longtime stylist Shelley Davis, the quiet mastermind behind his earliest CBS wardrobe, and blasted a curious monologue on his podcast. Hollywood never purchased one new item, he insisted, and everything fresh was really Shelley's remix. To the untrained ear, it sounded like normal brand management. To rumor hunters, it screamed damage control. Why the public disclaimer? Why the emphasis on orientation being his life, not mine? Twitter thresholds boiled over, birthing the hashtag number download debate beneath side-by-side pics of Sharpe and Hollywood bumping shoulders at Fashion Week. Hollywood's response was quiet at first. He posted cryptic IG stories of designer labels he'd never get credit for, then liked tweets that speculated about blackballing behind closed doors. It felt passive-aggressive, but in social media chess, a lilac heart emoji can be a Queen's-U gambit opening. Within weeks, Bravo scouting emails reportedly landed in Hollywood's inbox, floating a full-time reality show contract. Blogs like Baller Alert claimed Sharpe made frantic calls to freeze the deal, fearing every confession-a-cam might tilt from couture to pillowy talk. On May 1, 2025, Hollywood finally broke his Nero silence. He posted a throwback of Sharpe flanked by bottle service hostesses, captioned, "See? When I was around, you never heard a single word. I kept everything organized. 10 words dumped kerosene on a rumor already smoldering. Commenters screamed for receipts. TikTok detectives cross-referenced the photo's date stamp with Sharpe's travel logs, surmising Hollywood had acted as more than a stylist maybe, a fixer, maybe a firewall. Even if none of that was true, perception metastasized into narrative. Enter Mike Epps. February 2024, during an Indianapolis comedy stop, Epps riffed that Sharpe wanted him on Club Shay Shay just to stare at my balls. Audience laughter turned to social media wildfire by morning. Sharpe's clapback was immediate and volcanic. On Nightcap with Chad Ochocinco Johnson, he fumed, "Say my name again and I'll release the DMs." His eyes flashed the same way they did before flattening linebackers. Clips racked up millions of views in hours. Epps doubled down on TMZ, claiming Sharpe slid into his inbox first, and now sports culture found itself dissecting masculinity, homophobia, and digital receipts all in one messy stew. Every Hot I Take panel asked, why was a seasoned media pro this rattled by a joke? The Streisand effect struck Sharpe's fury, validated the whispers he meant to kill. 6 months later, just when the chatter cooled, that fateful September 11 struck. Official timeline, 10:26 p.m. PT, Sharpe's account goes live, 10:27 p.m. Ambient groans echo through the feed, 10:29 p.m. Viewers hit record. When the stream cuts, clips blast across X and Reddit. Sports blogs zero in on the logistics. Instagram Live demands opening the app, swiping twice, then hitting Go Live. That's 4 intentional taps, not a pocketed jewel. Fans debate, genius PR to prove he beds women or the clumsiest hanky-panky accident ever? Sharpe first tweets, "My Instagram was hacked," then deletes it 6 minutes later. Next morning on Nightcap, he shifts. "I was being a healthy, active male." Healthy maybe, credible, less so. NBC headlines treat it like lady night comedy. Brand managers treat it like a 5-arm blaze. One sneaker giant freezes a 7-figure renewal, pending clarity. Pat McAfee jokes that Sharpe set the thirst trap world record. By Friday, even grandma-aged Facebook groups share pixelated copies of the clip. But gossip paled beside the legal meteor that hit 7 months later. April 20, 2025, Nevada courthouse. Jane Doe versus Prost. Shannon Sharpe, $50 million damages claimed. The 42-page filing alleges violent choking, non-consensual filming, and threats to ruin her life if she talked. The document anchors incidents to October 2024 and January 2025, dates that bracket IGUOG8, effectively reframing the leak as evidence of a pattern, not a one-off mishap. Sharpe's counsel unleashes 375 pages of text transcripts showing Doe requesting collars, cages, and bad things. They argue the relationship centered on consensual BDSM. Doe's lawyer, Tony Busbyfresh, off the Deshaun Watson settlements, responds by dropping a 47-second voicemail. A deep voice warns, "Say that one more time and I'll choke the life out of you." Twitter jurors polarize instantly. Half call it kink-shaming, half call it predatory role-play masquerading as consent. ESPN, allergic to ambiguity, convenes crisis comms at dawn. Busby's resume terrifies corporate suits. 22 confidential settlements north of 8 figures, a track record of jaw-dropping discovery dumps. Analysts predict that if Doe pushes for criminal referral, advertisers will flee before any judge gavels. Sharpe's lawyers leak group chat screenshots showing Doe joking about cashing out, but social media skeptics argue screenshots can be faked. The information war becomes more brutal than any AFC championship. Every new PDF uploaded to the docket spawns YouTube channels dissecting fonts, timestamps, emojis. Digital forensics is entertainment. As depositions loom, Russell Simpson re-enters stage left, this time with perfect timing. 5 days after the suit surfaces, he posts, "You may see a little, but you won't see much. I'll wait till the right time." Algorithms feast. His follower count jumps 120% overnight. Threaded beneath his tease, a user asks, "Did you cover for him?" Simpson replies with a zipper mouth emoji. That tiny graphic triggers 4,000 quoted tweets. Suddenly, People magazine runs a headline about a stylist with potential inside knowledge. Simpson milks the spotlight but never spills, holding leverage like a final rose on reality television. Meanwhile, entertainment reporter Charles B. Dixon writes that Bravo execs felt heavy pushback from someone close to Sharpe when they floated Simpson for an ensemble cast. Good for ratings, bad for non-disclosure agreements, apparently? In private circles, whispers claim Simpson kept meticulous expense folders, hotel tabs, private jet manifests, concierge driver logs receipts that could align timelines between Sharpe's whereabouts and Doe's alleged injuries. Whether that cash exists is anybody's guess, but the mere rumor gives Simpson power. Traditional Hollywood might call it blackmail. Online culture calls it content pending. April 24, 2025, Sharpe tweets he is stepping away temporarily to focus on family and defend himself. ESPN's statement reads like corporate Valium. Mutual decision, supportive environment. Off record, employees tell the US Sun they're outraged by management's slow reaction. Cinema Blend reports Jason Kelce, gregarious, freshly retired center with a top 10 podcastas, surged to the top of ESPN's succession list. Kelce is safe, charismatic, and scandal-free. For producers, he's also cheaper than an anchor facing a $50 million lawsuit. Other names float: Monica McNutt, Chris Russo, but Twitter overwhelmingly favors Kelsey because Mama Kelsey would never. Industry gossip suggests ESPN will make a final call by the 1st of July so they can sell advertisers on a controversy-free kickoff. In other words, Sharpe's timeline to prove innocence has an actual clock. Sharpe, for his part, takes to Nightcap with Ocho Cinco, framing the lawsuit as extortion. He references Dave Chappelle's nasty DM bit, jokes about selling merch that reads, "healthy, active male," and promises he'll be back by preseason, no cap. Yet, Nightcap's YouTube comments usually a love fest look split. Half cheer, half quote Jane Doe's voicemail. The groundswell that once carried Sharpe's burgundy suits into trending boxes turns into a tide he can't surf. Reputation once moved slowly, now it's programmatic. One algorithmic misstep can vaporize sponsor deals faster than a .S spread swing. Sharpe's case shows how three unrelated spark stylist speculation, comedian roast, IG misswipe combined to ignite a wildfire legal inferno, and social media, always hungry, feeds on indefinite endings. Every delayed court date is a new news peg. Every sealed deposition is a fresh conspiracy. Even if Sharpe wins the lawsuit, some percentage of the internet will archive the rumor as truth because screenshots outlive verdicts. Conversely, if Doe's team drops irrefutable footage or if Simpson cracks and airs dirty laundry, Avalanche could cancel any comeback. Recall Tiger Woods' 2009 voicemail, Ray Rice's elevator cam, or the way a single real-world confession toppled Meta World Peace's endorsement. In 2025, the half-life of a scandal might be measured in microclips, not months. ESPN, Disney, Nike, they're not juries, they're risk mitigation temples. They can't wait for court calendars, they obey quarterly earnings calls. Secrets can be styled, stories can be spun, but the timeline never lies. Screenshots don't forget, live streams don't rewind, and comment sections never sleep. Which leaves us viewers, fans, armchair detectives, both jury and judge, in a never-ending session. Did Shannon Sharpe orchestrate an elaborate cover-up? Is Russell Simpson holding dynamite or just striking a pose? Will Jane Doe's case survive discovery into a trial the public can stream? And if Sharpe loses the ESPN seat, does a Hollywood resume still guarantee a second actor? Will corporate America decide that some comeback stories cost too much? Drop your verdict below, because in this saga, overtime begins the moment you click comment. Make sure you're subscribed and notifications are when every courthouse filing, every cryptic stylist post, every leaked voicemail could drop at any hour. And when it does, we'll be right here dissecting the fallout, one explosive reveal at a time.